Well, hello there again. It's me, Steve, of course. Welcome to Kiwi Steve's Global Kitchen. And you probably wonder where I've been. Well, I guess I've been working very hard, 6 days a week in a new job, and I've been starting at like 4:45 a.m. in the morning and finishing on average maybe 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So it's taken me a little while to get used to that, and I've been very tired. Plus, I've been going to the gym as much as possible. And so today, what are we cooking? Well, this is a very good dish. It takes about 30 minutes to cook, so it's no problem. And I have a lot of ingredients here, but what I'm going to be doing is cooking a very popular dish called Paneer Jalfrezi. And basically it's paneer and, well, peppers. Red peppers, yellow peppers, green peppers, doesn't matter as long as different colored peppers, the tastier it is. So we're going to start, and of course you'll find all the ingredients in the comments section. But firstly, I'd like to say a big shout out to my friends in Moscow today, and so a big hi to Mila and Alonia. And a big hi to Olga and Tolia and family. And I'm looking forward to coming to Moscow and getting into your kitchen and preparing some of these meals for you. So we're going to start today with, I better get a spoon. We've got 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds. So we're going to put those in and fry them. So we'll just turn this up a little bit, turn up the heat. And I'll just give that a little stir and wait for them to start, till they start, I guess, start popping a bit like the mustard seeds. But it shouldn't take long. And I have a story I wanted to tell you. I've been wanting to tell you this for quite a while, actually. On a trip a long time ago, a very long time ago, in the Rajamundry on the east coast of India. And I was staying with some friends, and we were in the Rajamundry. We were doing, I guess you could say, some humanitarian work, and we had this house, and it was a great place. But the owners, they lived downstairs, and the second level and the third level. The second level, most of the team was, and I was at the top level. I had a room up there. And it was spectacular. I had great views. This is starting to crack. So basically I want to tell you about my fight with a monkey. Yes. Very interesting encounter that I had. And it's like it happened yesterday. It's funny, you know, time goes by and it's been many years, but and I have a photo of probably the same monkey, and you know, these monkeys were real scallywags, because I'm going to turn this up a little bit. So I put in two whole onions, because this is for, basically, as always, I'm kind of cooking for 4 people. So with the paneer, there's about 400 grams, 2 large onions. So while the onions are cooking, I can tell you my story. So it was really funny, because we were staying there for about two to 3 months in this building, this house, and there were these monkeys. They're brown monkeys and of various sizes, and anyway, my goodness, they were clever monkeys indeed, because we had a pantry, which is really funny. We had this pantry, and we put all you know all the vegetables in the pantry. Well, I remember one day we caught one of these monkeys. Maybe it was me that caught them. Was in the pantry, and so the monkey got a shock to see us, and of course ran out with the potatoes. So I chased after the monkey, but you know, they were very clever, these guys. It was really funny. So while we're chasing this monkey with our potatoes, the other monkeys were coming in from behind and running into the pantry and getting other other assortments of the vegetables. So they were clever little monkeys indeed. But I want to tell you about this particular monkey because there was this tree, a palm tree, a coconut tree, and I was looking at that coconut. I've been eyeing this coconut up for many weeks, and I was watching it, and I'm thinking, that coconut looks really good. How can I get that coconut down off that tree, off that palm, that coconut palm? So, just watch the onions cooking here. Won't be long. This only takes 30 minutes, so it's a very good and very quick recipe. So, and it's very tasty because it just brings out all the spices when you're cooking it. Because it's a dry sort of mix, you know. There's no kind of like masala of I don't know. It's just soupy kind of dish. It's dry and it kind of attacks your taste buds, and that's what I like about Jalfrezi, whether it's chicken or in this case it's paneer. So one morning, I remember everybody was asleep except me because I wake up early and so I'm used to waking up at like 4 a.m. in the morning, and it was about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was looking at that coconut, and I thought, today is the day. I'm going to get that coconut. So I looked around and I saw this pole, and I thought, my gosh, that pole could probably reach that coconut. So I got that pole and looked around, and everybody was asleep, so the owners wouldn't see me getting the coconut off the tree. Yeah. So anyway, the onions, you don't want to overcook the onions. I'm getting back to the cooking now. We don't want to overcook the onions. So because it's a dry curry and we've got all these other ingredients to go in here as well. So I'm going to put in now a good heaped teaspoon of ginger. Okay, so this is crushed ginger, but you can actually get a normal ginger, and cut it up and add it to this, and I put the ginger in really kind of after the onions, because if I put the ginger in first, I'm going to get splattered in oil. So this is how we do that, and we have our peppers to come next. So anyway, that monkey. So that day, that morning, that was the day I was going to get this beautiful coconut down from that, and I'm thinking of that lovely coconut milk. So I get the pole and I'm poking at it. I'm going to get that coconut. I'm going to get that coconut. And finally I dislodged it. Well, did I get a shock? Because I was not the only one waiting for that coconut to fall. No, it wasn't the owners. So, back to our curry. The onions are still soft. They haven't gone crispy yet, but they're starting to brown. So what we're going to do now is, I better show you this. Yellow pepper, I have a red pepper, and I have an orange pepper. Here's a red pepper. So basically, cut off the top, right? And use a spoon because you don't want the seeds. So I just use a spoon and just take out the seeds from inside. So which I've done. And I'm going to add the peppers now. There we go. We're going to add the peppers. Turn up the heat a little bit. And just stir those in. And I'm also, at this point, I'm going to add the salt, because you don't want to leave the salt till last. And anyway, if you leave it till last, you know what's going to happen, don't you? You may forget. And I've forgotten once to put the salt in, but you need salt because it really enhances the flavour. It brings out the flavour. And I'm using today, which is better than the other salts, the iodine salt. It's rock salt or sea salt, but the best is Himalayan salt, really. much better for you. So we'll put some salt in there. There we go. Back to our monkey. Our fight with the monkey. Let that cook for about a couple of minutes. So when I knocked this coconut off the tree, I was so excited. I thought, oh, I want this coconut. And bigger me, this big brown monkey, the same one that probably was the same one that was stealing the potatoes, he came running, went running up to the coconut before I could get down the stairs, and he got that coconut. And I had the pole. Well, I had the pole, he had the coconut. So I used the pole to try and get him away from the coconut. And so I managed to maneuver him away from the coconut. But where did he go? He went up the landing of the stairs. So I'm downstairs early in the morning with the coconut. He's on the landing, the first landing, and I can't get up to my room with the coconut. So I'm thinking, how am I going to get up to my room? So very slowly I kind of looked at him, and he was looking at me, and we were both kind of like, you know, getting ready for the, like a couple of, you know, Western shooters. So he was there looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and he's up there and I'm down here, and I've got the pole, and he's got, well, I had the coconut as well, but he wasn't going to let me get back to my room. So I start walking up, and he's looking at me, and we had this kind of this game where no one was going to commit themselves first to throw the first punch, you might say. So I'm walking up the stairs, and he's crouching like this, and then he starts showing his teeth, and then he goes, and I think, my God, what am I going to do here? So I do the same to him, and I charge forward, and he runs up to the next landing, and so we have this game, this battle of the minds, and who's going to give in first, him or me? But I was determined to get to my room and with my coconut, because I wanted to have that coconut milk. So we fought this kind of charade, this game of charades, this battle, all the way up till finally I got to the top where my room was. And you know what the little sod did? He ran into my room. And I thought, my gosh, how am I going to get him out of my room? And so there was a deck chair up there, so I got the deck chair and I threw it at him, and he kind of jumped back, and he ran out of my room, and then he took off, and he sat on the he sat on the ledge. We had a you know, like it was a big concrete house and a big ledge all the way around, and then he jumped onto the tree and he was gone. And the funny thing was that all the other team members, when I told them the story, they laughed and they said, oh, I bet he comes back tomorrow with all his relatives to get you. But I was wary of that. So the next day I looked out my room, but he wasn't there. So I got my coconut and I opened it, and it was very nice. Thank you very much. So that was my little fight with a brown monkey. But there were other monkeys too, but you had to be very wary, because those ones were black monkeys with long tails, and they were very ferocious. And I once watched the lady one morning. I watched her sitting up there like she's putting the washing out, and these monkeys, these big black ones, and they're about, they must have been, when they stood up, they would have been, well, easy 5 foot tall. And but the thing is with these monkeys, when you walked along the road or kind of like you looked at them and they looked at you, you never smiled, you never showed your teeth, because if you did, it was a sign of aggression to them. And of course they're trying to attack you. And I saw this lady, this elderly lady, who was putting her washing out, and she had a broom, and she was fighting them off. There was about 2 or 3 of them, and she was sort of like having this battle with these monkeys, these big black monkeys. very tall with a long tail and the big eyes and the big teeth. So she was having this wonderful battle, and she managed to defeat them. But it was interesting watching from my view that I had in the Rajamundry. So anyway, that's my story with the monkey. You know, great thing about India, there's so many stories. I could go on and on and on. And I'd love to tell you about my tramp through the jungle up into the highlands of Orissa. I'll do that one day. We had to tramp through a jungle full of black bears, tigers, snakes. Interesting story, and I've got a great photo to show you as well. So, we came to a village up there, and of course, well, I'm not going to tell you now because that'll be giving it away. But it was very interesting because they had all these towers, and these towers were there for a reason, to protect the crops. So, we're now, I think I would say it's ready. I've got a good heaped teaspoon of turmeric. So we're going to put that in. There we go. The turmeric is in. Have you turned on your smell cam yet? Because this smells delightful and I wish you could share it with me. So anyway, if you like this recipe, well, if you'd like me to come and cook it, just let me know. I'm very happy to come. Depends where you are in the world, of course. I usually limit myself to Russia and India. But it's no point in me cooking this in India. It's like taking coals to Newcastle or something like that, you know. Or taking potatoes to Ireland, because in India, well, you know, they cook some great curries there. Oh, but anyway, I just wish I could show you this. It's beautiful. But at the end, I will probably show you the dish, and this can be served up with rice, and I'm going to have a paratha. I didn't make it. I bought them. So, now we're going to put in, where's my teaspoon? I've got Kashmiri chili powder. Now, as you know, I prefer Kashmiri chili powder, but you know, I put a teaspoon of, wow, that's hot. I put a teaspoon, oh my goodness me. She's burning a little bit. We need a bit of water with that. Hold on, excuse me. Yeah, put a little bit of water with that because I'm getting a few fumes popping up here. All adds to the experience, doesn't it? So, I went to the shop today to buy the paneer, and I said to the man, well, have you got some chili powder? I want Kashmiri chili powder. I see the bin is empty of Kashmiri chili powder. There was plenty of the hot chili powder, and I've got a teaspoon of hot chili powder on this as well. And the reason being because I've basically run out of Kashmiri chili powder. And so had he. He said, oh, because of COVID, he said, there's no chili powder. It's not coming. It's coming on the boat, but because of COVID, it's not coming from India. So I've missed out on my COVID Kashmiri chili powder because he didn't have it. And if I went to another Indian wholesalers, the same thing would happen. So we'll put our tomatoes in. So I've cut up two large tomatoes to add to this, because as I say, this is for 5 people. So we're just going to give that a bit of a stir. Oh, I'm looking forward to this later actually. And we have 2 ingredients left. We have the paneer, and we also have, probably I'm going to add, well, for the chili powder, Kashmiri chili powder, probably for 4 people, 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri chili powder. But if you're using, if it's not Kashmiri chili powder, and it's the very spicy, a bit more than that, if it's the spicy red chili powder, which is not Kashmiri, just put 1 teaspoon, otherwise it'll be too hot. Oh my gosh, when I first went to India and I first had my first curry, I couldn't believe how hot it was. I could hardly breathe. So we're going to put now the paneer in. Here we go. About 400 grams of paneer. And you can get paneer now in most places. Very popular vegetarian protein. And do you know why I quite like paneer? It's a bit like chicken as well, because it has a subtle flavour to it. It's not like meat, you know. It has a strong meat has a strong flavour. You know, like if you had lamb or something like that, or for those that eat beef, a very strong flavour. And it's like when you go to Indian restaurants, and I you know, if you have a meat curry, well, basically they make the sauce up, and they boil the meat, the cubes of meat, and then they put the sauce on top. And once you've got through the sauce, you're basically tasting the meat. Whereas this is a very subtle flavour, so it absorbs all the spices, and very hard not to have 2 or 3 helpings, but I'll probably have 2 tonight. We'll see. So we cook the paneer probably for about 5 minutes. You can overcook it, but actually this is looking pretty good. I'm very happy with it. And I've got a little way for it to be dinner time yet. It's the middle of the afternoon here, but I'm cooking it now because the light is good outside coming through the window. It's not too bright. The sun has not moved around, and here down under in New Zealand, in Auckland, New Zealand, it's spring, and it's getting warm, and it's lovely. All the little ducklings are out, and I see them on my back window. I see them all walking around. I've got a school at the back here. I should really show you. It's a beautiful school, really. Oh, look. I'm going to show you. Hold on. Here we go. Can you see that? Isn't that amazing? Look at that. And we have this incredible wildlife. It's like a nature reserve here, because now it's all fenced. There's no dogs. There's no people. That's a school for the deaf, by the way. And all the ducks come, and the little ducklings, and various other birds. I've seen rosellas. I've seen other birds, migratory birds come. Almost like these birds that look like herons, and they have this little tiny babies. They're so cute. So excuse me, I'll just turn you back around, but I had to show you that. Please excuse me. So, we're going to put in now teaspoon of garam masala, and that will just top it off nicely. Oh, that smells so nice. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to just turn it off now, put the lid on. Here we go. I'm going to put the lid on that now. I'm going to turn it off, reheat it at dinner time, and get my can of Zero Coke, because Coke and curry go well together. So I hope you try this recipe. It'll be in the comments section. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again at the next episode, and we'll see what we're going to cook then. So take care, have a good week, and we'll catch you next time. Bye bye.